on the first page of a story. The future seemed so bright. Then this thing turned out so evil. I don't know.
Off a major injury where he had surgery. There's going to be some question marks around that when he's 31 years old. But when you look in the cupboard and it's completely empty, you got to do something about it. And for the Patriots, they understood that. They had a visit with him. They checked out the knee and all of that. They felt good. You need to bring guys in that can help on the offensive side of the ball.
Okay, I'm seeing two guys rolling their eyes at you. First, let's start with Stephen A. and then Mad Dog, because I know you love big-time receivers. S.A.?
I mean, talk about being a homer. I mean, please. Listen, here's the deal, man. Here's the deal, bro.
He even wore
Look
the blue
at
and red.
Stephon Diggs. You think about Stephon Diggs. When healthy, the brother's an absolute stud. I got mad respect for him. He had 6 consecutive 1,000-plus yard seasons prior to last year getting hurt in Week 8. We understand that. I don't blame the Patriots for making the move because you got to do what you can to upgrade. And with your new coach there, certainly he deserves to have every possible chance to win. So I applaud the Patriots for what they're doing. I'm not knocking the move. I'm just wondering about Stephon Diggs. You go from Josh Allen to C.J. Stroud. You sure about that, bro? Are you sure? I mean, I just think it's a legitimate question to ask because no matter what you are as a receiver, it don't mean a damn thing if the quarterback can't get you the football.
Catch on first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That pass,
No way! Henry! That's the big one!
Wow.
Touchdown! New England!
All the way! How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Using the time.
What's poppin', YouTube family? We are back with the Madden franchise as we play the New York Jets in New York for Week 3 on this beautiful Thursday night. Can we get the job done in New York as we face off the Jets? Plus, we also have some new faces on our squad. Stephon Diggs, welcome aboard to New England, and Cooper Kupp, welcome aboard to New England. Can they proceed and get some receptions by his true quarterback, John Q? But make sure you guys like the video, tell a friend about it. We are going to play the full game. Let's get the job done. EA Sports. It's a game, baby. Sit back to us and enjoy Week 3.
It's Week 3 of the 2024 season, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Pats and the Jets under the lights on Thursday night. First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A good one here in the AFC East, so glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, for years, this division was dominated by the Patriots, winning 16 of a possible 17 years. For the last 4, it's belonged to Buffalo under Sean McDermott. Now, though, this seems like it's anyone's division.
No question. I mean, you mentioned the Patriots. Obviously, they have one of the greatest traditions of winning in the history of the NFL. New coach,
Kickoff,
new
moments
era.
away.
We'll see how that unfolds. You mentioned Buffalo. But I think if right now, if I'm a New York Jets fan with Aaron Rodgers,
looks like we're going to be
and what
kicking it
Daniel
off,
is
getting the
building
ball
down in Miami.
at
You said
halftime.
it, this is really a division
Week 3
that over the years
underway.
was a one-horse race, and now I think all 4 of these teams entering the season think this division goes
See
through
if I
them.
remember how to play in this game. As the Jets quarterback, Aaron Rodgers comes out to play.
The Jets come out with Aaron Rodgers, of course. All the build-up in 2023, it lasted all of 4 snaps. But the man is a legend. A Super Bowl champ, 10-time Pro Bowler. Greg, his 20th NFL season.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances. Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now the former first-round pick, Breece Hall. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Kyle Duggar there to make the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3 and out.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard
There comes your
line.
boy.
The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
And he's taken down,
Nice
but not
little
until he
pickup.
gets to the 32-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And he will get all the way down to the Patriots' 37-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs, kind of help wear down the defense. And I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Back to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down
to New
manageable
England.
and take your
Stephon
chances picking
Diggs
up
with
the
his
key
first
3rd down?
catch.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. And this
Easy money
touchdown.
touchdown. New England.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Jets nothing.
That's a nice little opening drive.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll be forced to just throw that
Aaron,
one
you got
away.
so lucky on that,
It's
bro.
incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second down, Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hall. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
At their own 16-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll spot Henry open
Nice
downfield.
job.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
Now a give up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week
Make sure you like the video, guys.
as a part
Subscribe if
of
you
their
are new.
victory.
If you guys do like the NFL. Leave a comment. Who
Here's
is
a
your
2nd
favorite
and
NFL
6.
team? Let me know. Mine is obviously New England.
They send him right out of the slot. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this.
Make sure you guys like the video. Tell a friend about it. We are heading into
They
the
need
second
the
quarter with
24-yard
the
line as they
football.
come up for third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick
Looking
throw,
for his way.
taken in.
Nailed it the first
That's his
down.
first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They'll look to throw. He finds Bell. That's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping
Finds
for.
his brother
but they'll
wide
definitely
open
take
for the first and goal.
And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. They'll look to throw again. That's hauled in at the 2.
Dins at
And
the
he's going to
1
be
yard
down
line.
close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one?
And
Easy
he's in.
running.
Touchdown, Patriots. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
Really nice job there by the running back, just staying alive. And really what he does the best, Mike, is stay in the quarterback's line of sight. Once a quarterback starts moving sideways towards the boundary, you got to stay in phase with him. You don't want to drift. You don't want to make that quarterback throw it back across his body. This was perfect how he stayed in line with them. Easy throw, easy catch, easy touchdown.
He is good. Makes the score Patriots 14, Jets nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Rodgers. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. This is
Intercepted!
Picked off by Jonathan Jones.
Pick
And the
six on the
Patriots are going to
defense
get the
of
football here
Jonathan
at their
Jones.
own 38-yard line.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake, and you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Look at him under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That's Hassan Reddick getting in there to bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Taking off. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
These are some
One of
nice
the easiest
drives
ways
by
to
the boy
negate
here.
these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design,
I'm just gonna let the
sometimes
clock
it's
die
based
down for
on
a bit.
need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a run. A short game. Down to the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
Oh my God.
They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Two minutes to go here.
2 minutes
Till halftime.
to go.
Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. The pressure all over him. He goes down again. On 4th down, it's Chad Ryland for the Patriots field goal. This one not on target. It is short. It is right. It is no good. And this will stay a 2-possession game.
We're up 14-0. We get ball at half.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2
Ain't no
touchdowns,
biggie.
so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Big strides. Look at him go. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5.
Complete to Tyler Conklin.
To throw is Rodgers. To the goal line and in. Tyler Conklin. Touchdown, Jets.
Nobody was on him.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. His kick is good. And the Jets are on the board. It's now 14-7. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Marcus Jones now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Had to get rid of it quick.
Damn.
Where's my coverage at, boys?
Pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. This one, downfield, looking for Henry. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A huge play just before, and I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes.
You already caught the ball. What are you talking about? They overturned that thing. That's some bullshit.
So that is what you want. No, sometimes it takes
I was
time,
getting ready to
but
say,
they
they
do
overturned
get it
that crap.
And this call
Man's
will
in
stand.
bounds when he caught the damn thing.
Back to the air one more time.
Ooh.
They'll try to set up the screen here.
Ooh.
And the Patriots are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. A gain there of 13 yards. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Back to throw.
Money.
And he will
Touchdown.
fight his way to the end zone.
New England.
Touchdown, New England. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kick is good. Makes the score Patriots 21, Jets 7.
I got that touchdown back though.
Very little time remaining in this 1st half as this kick is away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Guys, what do you think of the... I know it's not new, but what do y'all think of the rule? Kicking rule.
A first set of downs to work with. It is 1st down.
Wish they go back to the old kicking.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Are they really kicking it? They might as well just go for the damn thing.
On comes Greg Zerline to try the field goal. Now the Patriots are going to use their first timeout.
We'll try to ice them.
The Jets will send out the field goal unit.
I don't think it
This
worked.
one from
They
39
still get the ball
yards
half.
out. Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets.
Why would you
the
kick it with
deficit
9 seconds
back.
left,
The new
bro?
score is now 21-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
They're just gonna nail
Operating
it.
from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run
That'll
another
do
play.
it for the first
Instead,
half.
just
New
take a
England
knee
21.
and take this on into the
New
locker
York.
room. So we've reached halftime here in our Thursday nighter to start the new NFL week. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Miami Dolphins. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, our first doubleheader of the year. Jaguars, Bills at 7:30, followed by Commanders and Bengals kicking off 45 minutes later. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative
How was
play.
that?
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
He'll find his tight end.
That's boy Henry.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. Second down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw.
Stephon Diggs.
Downfield by
Welcome to New
Diggs.
England.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Pats will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another run here with Hall. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to run it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection. The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get at it.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
On 4th down, Bryce Beringer out to punt for New England. Xavier Gibson, the Week 1 hero back in 2023, deep to return. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. The master of play action, Rodgers. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
A 19-yard pickup there, and the Jets have a 1st down.
19 yards. That's good for a Jets. 1st and 10.
Rodgers now. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a
Already
gain
tackled him
of
like
6
that.
on 1st down. So we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Hall. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Rodgers to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on
Our
that
boy
one.
could have it.
That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try to run it with Hall. A dive, and he's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown.
Hell
New York.
no. Hold up.
Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance.
Can we challenge? What up? Oh, we can't challenge. him.
Stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
I think you challenge.
Zerline's kick. Up and good.
Of course they don't
And the
challenge
Jets
that.
are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17.
To me, it didn't really look like it got him. It's whatever.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Jones now on the return. And a solid run
boy.
back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Here comes
So
your
now the
boy.
New England offense getting ready for their next possession. And they are really playing well here to start September, aren't they? On their way to 3-0 as they look to finish this one off. He'll look to throw. A whole lot of
that
chances
almost was
on that
picked.
one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side this time. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And the Patriots ready to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and, in trouble. Down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Never, never, never.
Rodgers. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Solid game by the New England Patriots for tonight. 2-score lead.
Rodgers. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A run here with Hall. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Now Rodgers. A marker comes in as he goes down. It is a sack, and that flag definitely in the area of holding. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this ball incomplete.
Incomplete, Gonzalez.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time.
And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, New York. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Throwing, Rodgers. Under pressure,
Get out of
and
here with
he'll
that
go down.
crap, man.
They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Jones now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down.
Tight game, guys. Make sure you guys like the video.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
And he's going to have
Come
to
on,
eat
guys,
this
get
one
open,
as
bro.
Down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. He'll drop to throw. He'll spot Henry.
Attaboy, Henry.
Downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Sensational stats in this one, and now that pass gets him over 300 yards on the evening. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. He'll look deep here for Diggs. He works free, right side.
Are you kidding me?
Bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Jets.
Mike, on the list of worst possible outcomes for this drive, that is certainly at the top. With this much time left, all you're looking to do is, 1, maintain possession of the ball, and number 2, run off as much clock as possible.
We still have 3
Then
timeouts
disaster
left, too.
strikes. Not only do you turn the ball over, you let them take it back for 6, and now you find yourself...
Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted.
Let's go!
By Jonathan Jones. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. That is a worrisome development here late in the game.
Got injured.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll let one go down the middle. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw.
Let's go! 1st down, New
It's a gain of
England!
10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. That escapability on display. As you can see, the rushing total now over 100 yards from the quarterback position. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Diggs on the reception. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That pass
No way! Henry! That's the big one!
Wow.
Touchdown! New England!
All the way! How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
For a second.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
This is a big spot for the Patriots as they'll go for 2. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
And this is going to end up
52 seconds remaining in the game.
So that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line.
Only up by 5.
Here's 1st and 10.
The defense got to step up.
To throw is Rodgers. The throw on the run is complete. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A throw on the move is caught. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So now an extra point really doesn't help that much. We'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. There's that man again, another catch. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. This offense still has the 1 timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Who else?
Henry again!
For his
Touchdown!
And he'll be taken down. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here we go. 1st and goal. Back to the air one more time. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Money!
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Incredible game. Jesus.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Now they'll set up to throw.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Nine seconds remaining in the game.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Oh,
Game over!
There, he can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
2nd and 23 with 5 seconds remaining in the game. Feels like a playoff game for New England.
Here's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Lazard.
And completed. That will wrap
The
it
defense comes
up.
here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night.
What a tight game for New England tonight's matchup between the Jets. Make sure you guys drop a like. Hit that subscribe button if you do like football in the NFL. Leave a comment. Who is your favorite football team or player? Leave it in the comment below. Final score, New England picks up the win late with a minute to go. 40 to 35. Until then, guys, I hope to see you in the next one. Hope you have a nice day, and peace out.